I'm Rock Paul, and you're welcome to Rock Paul Digital Marketing Channel. In this video, we'll be talking about machine learning, and we are going to start with data preprocessing part one. As you can see, this is the title, and I'm going to be using Jupyter Notebook. As many of you that doesn't know Jupyter Notebook, I think it's very easy to use. I use both I use both Jupyter Notebook as well as Google Colab. These are the two that I majorly use when it comes to machine learning and data analysis using Python. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. Please, I would like you to subscribe to this channel to make it grow. We are going to be learning a lot from this channel, starting from Python, machine learning, Power BI, Looker Studio, Excel, functions in Excel, analyzing data with Excel, Looker Studio, digital analytics, digital marketing analyst, just name it, and the digital Google Analytics as well as Google Tag Manager. But in today's video, we are starting with data preprocessing part one. And in this data preprocessing part one, we are going to be analyzing a data based on purchase with a data from a company, and as well as we are going to use machine learning algorithm in order for us to predict. But that is going to be in the part two of this video. So as many of you that doesn't know, or probably you are already used to Jupyter Notebook, I think we can really quick start. The first thing is normally advisable for me is you have to, number one, label your the title of what you're working on. Then two, the reason why we are doing it is because sometimes we might be presenting something to someone that is not a data analyst person, but the person should be able to read what we've done or what we are doing. So that is why, to me, I normally prefer to at least make some headings for you to know, oh, the first thing is importing the libraries. And you may ask, how did I do this? Now I'm going to teach you how to do this. So let me double click on this. By the time you come back here, you can see here is we have code, we have markdown, and we have raw. If I put it back in code, this is for me to run a code. But because I want to make an headline on it, so I have to turn it down to markdown. So turn it to markdown, I can easily run it. That is what I have as importing the library. So the first library we are going to be importing is NumPy. And I believe many of you are very familiar with NumPy. So we are going to import our library now. Import NumPy. We are going to import NumPy as import NumPy as MP. That is what we have, because we have to also shorten it for there's something to make use of it. So we're also going to import our pandas. Import pandas as PD. And the reason why we are using NumPy and pandas is because with these two libraries, we'll be able to run our data, we'll be able to read, and we'll be able to also at least visualize some things, which we are going to also use MATLAB plots. This will help us a lot in our analysis. So I'm going to import matplotlib. Not just the matplotlib, but we're going to make it matplotlib.pyplot. So because that is what we'll be using, and we're going to make it as PLT. So we have already import our libraries. So let's run it and let's see if everything is correct. I think everything should be correct. So yeah, we have it. Your time is everything is correct, but I want everything to start from 1. We can see start from 3. I've already worked on this, so I have to remove it for the purpose of the lecture. So we are to rerun or the something so that everything will start from, I want everything to start from 1 2 till we have. So that is why I want to rerun all the cells. So I don't want to run the cells individually. So let's rerun all the cells. So we are having 5. Okay. Until we can also control. In your keyboard, you can also use control enter. So we are still having 6. Select run all markdown. Is because the reason why we are having is because we are first of all to run the library, the markdown that we have here. So that is why we are having this. So let me refresh, reload. If I reload, there's something, and let's see what will happen. So now, so we have reload. So we are going to re-import the matplot. So import matplotlib dot py plot as plt. So let's run our I believe this will give us 1. Oh, we are still having 8. So notwithstanding, I think we can go. So the next thing, we are going to import our data sets. The data sets we are going to be using. As many of you that need this data set, I can provide the data sets in the comment section. Just let me know so that I'll be able to give you the data set so you walk along with it. So we are having, and the best thing is for us to name our data set. So I'm going to name it as a data set. So we're having a data set equal to, I'm having as data set equal to PD. That is why we are using our PD to read. So let's go to pd.read underscore CSV, CS, because the data set is CSV. And in case you are using another data set that is not a CSV, you can let me know. I can just let you know how to read your data set. So we are having that, and the name of our data set is data.csv. Data.csv. So all in brackets, and we have to put this and this, so in order for us to be able to read the data. So let's run it from here and let's see our data. So this shows that the data set is uploaded successfully because I have to upload the data set to the Jupyter notebook. So we want to see our data set now to see what is there. So I'm going to make it dataset dot head. Dataset dot head, also in brackets. You have to also put it in brackets. Dataset dot head. So this is our dataset. So we are having 5 column and 5 head. So the reason why we are putting this bracket in between is because probably we may decide to say, okay, we want to view probably 10 rows and 10 columns. So we'll put 10 rows and 10 columns here, and let's see what we have. So now we can see we have a country, we have age, we have salary, and we have purchase. So in this we have what we call the dependent variable and the independent variable. So when it comes to machine learning, when we want to predict, so and this is what we'll be doing. We want to see which of this country and the age that purchase. So the 0 means, the N means no, that nobody purchased from France, and the yes means they purchased from Spain. And we can also make this 1 is 0 1, which is 0 is going to mean no, and 1 means yes. So as we go on, we see more properties. So we can see, and in this data we have not, we have an, which means not a number. So that means the data set is not well cleaned. we still have to clean these data sets very well in order for us to have a better prediction when it comes to our machine learning. So we'll move forward. We see we can do that. Now, another thing that will let us to know is we are going to separate this data into X and Y. The reason why we are doing this is because of the machine learning that we are going to be using it for. So we are going to split this data already, so it's to be better for us to split it from the beginning. So we are having our S equal to, let's make our S equal to data, because that is the name of our data set. So we are making our S is equal to data sets dot, we are going to be using iloc dot iloc. So we are going to be putting it in that bracket because we want our independent variable and our dependent variable to be in a separate places, because this will really help us a lot in what we'll be doing later on. So you may be asking me, why should we have to put it in S and also put it in Y? Why don't we just continue doing it like that? I think that will be better. Yeah, if you think in that way, I think you are right. But we have to split. We have to do it that way. So in order for us to get separate the dependent variable from the independent variable, because you can see our Y, country, age, salary, we have it as our independent variable, and I mean our dependent variable, so independent variable, and we have the purchase as our independent, I mean as our dependent variable. These are the independent variable, this is the dependent variable because it depends on this. So we are making our S iloc. The reason why I've told you why we are using the iloc is because we want to extract these three, country, age, and salary, to be in one place. So we are going to be having it to be in this way. That means we are taking all from the first, then we are also going to have this. That means we are except the last one. So what we are trying to do is we name the first three, 1, 2, 3, which is the country, age, and salary. So that is why we are making the all except the last one. So that is what is giving us except the last one. That means we don't have to bring out the last one. Then dot values. So what we just have to do here is we can easily copy this. Let's copy this instead of first typing. We copy this, then we post it here, then we are going to make this our Y. So we are making this our Y. So it's Y is equal to dataset.iloc. In this case, we see what we are doing here is we are taking all of this. So we are taking, because this is the only thing we need here, we don't need anything from here. So we need this alone. So we are taking all here, then we are going to remove this. We don't need this except, that means the one we don't need except the last one. So dot values as well. So let's run it and see if everything works perfectly. Everything works perfectly. So what are we going to do? Let's print our S to see. Print S. We're going to print S here. Print X, and let's run it and let's see. Yeah. So you can see we have our country, we have our age, we have our salary, which is the X that we are talking about there. So we only extract the first three from the table, which is from the data set. So, and let's print our, so let me put another something below here. So we are going to print our Y. Print Y. And let's run it and see. you can see in this case we have our purchase. This is our purchase. So we have already split our x from our y. So we have them differently. So when we come back to our data set, we'll see that some data sets are NaN, which means not a number, especially in the salary. In the salary, we have NaN, which is not a number, and in the age, we have NaN, also not a number. That means there is some space there that doesn't have a particular number there, and we have to clean it. So that's why we have the heading as cleaning the missing data. And the reason why we are having this is because if I'm giving this to someone that is not a data analyst, someone that doesn't know anything about machine learning, the person should be able to follow and know what exactly I'm doing step by step. So probably we are giving this to a layman, someone that doesn't have any experience in data analysis or any experience in machine learning or whatever. The person should be able to know what we are doing. So that is why we have to clean our data for us to know. So there's so many ways that we can clean our data, but I prefer using this. So we are going to use what we call importer, simple importer. So we are going to make it from scikit-learn. I believe so many of you will have be familiar with scikit-learn. So from scikit-learn dot input, so we are going to import. We are going to import simple importer. Simple importer. We are going to import simple importer. Please make everything together. Don't separate it, otherwise there will be some error. So after that, so we are going to make this input, which the importer, so importer, not importer, please. Pardon, importer, simple importer. So we are going to have the importer, which is input again. So please be careful of the spelling from scikit-learn.input, import simple importer. So we are going to have importer. So we're going to have importer, yeah. So we're going to importer is equal to simple. So we're going to copy this, just copy this and paste it straightly. So then we are going to make it inside the curly bracket. We're going to make it a missing value. Missing value. So equal to MP, because we are going to use our NumPy. MP dot NA and not available. So this is what we'll be using. As I've said earlier, there's so many ways you can clean your data, but to me, I love to use this because we have an AN, so that's why I prefer to use this. So we are going to make it strategy. Please always watch the spelling, otherwise it may not run. Strategy, then we are going to make it main. So what are we trying to do here? Is because we are trying to fill the average. We are going trying to when we come to the age, we are trying to fill the average of the age in the not NA, which is the not a number. Then also we are using the average of the salary to fill the NaN. So that is why we are using the main number to fill it up. So then again, we are going to still also going to make use of this inputter. We are going to make use of this. Please don't forget to put a bracket at the back of it. So we are going to make this inputter equal to, oh no, we are not going to use equal to this time around. We are going to use fit. So because we are going to use inputter.fit, then we're going to also put it in a bracket. And don't forget, we are going to take our days, because first of all we are cleaning here. What we are cleaning is the x variable now. So because we already put it in the x variable, so what we are cleaning is the country, age, and salary, because it falls within these three range. So we are taking our x. So we are taking this, our x, and we are putting it down to here. So we're having our x, then we're having our this. Exactly, because that is what we are using. And in this case, what we are doing is, because we are having from the range of 1 to 3, from the range of 1 to 3, because that is where the NaN is. When we come back here to check, we can see from here to here. So if we are making it this alone, probably we are making it 1 alone, or we are making it 1 to 2. If we are making it 1, let's say for instance we are making it 1 to 2, definitely we will not be able to cover the salary, because in the salary we also have not a number there, which is NaN. So that is why we are making it up to 1 to 3, so that it will be able to cover everything within that range. So what we are going to do here is we are going to make this our x, and we are going to set it as equal to inputter dot transform. So that is what we are going to use. So if you can type, you can type, or don't be as lazy as me that I normally like to copy. Just copy it like this, inputter dot transform. Transform. Then we are transforming this number, because that is why this is what we are transforming. So we are going to have it as transform. Please, if you have any question, you can just put it in the comment section. I will reply to every comment that is under the comment section. So that is how we clean the dependent variable, the independent variable. So when we come back here, we can see in the purchase we don't have any NaN, so that is why we only have it in the country, age, salary, and the country is fine. We only have it in the age and in the salary. So let's run it and see if everything works perfectly. Let me see. Let's wait a bit. As you can see here, it means it's running. Boom. Now it's trying to tell us that something is not working well. So let's come back to here. First of all, it's telling us something here. Look at it here. The first one, from scikit-learn dot input import simple inputter. There was it trying to tell us. Let's read it. Cannot import name simple inputter from scikit-learn. So what should we do? We have to read it very well and see where the problem is, so that we'll be able to fix it. I don't know. Can you be able to find something? There's R here, and we shouldn't put R. So that's why I said, please always be careful. So the second one, there's also R. Do you know why? Because we copied. Let's fix it. We can see everything is working perfectly now, so everything is fine. Now let's print our S. Print, 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 print S. Print S. Let's run it. Now you can see we don't have NaN anymore, because we've already cleaned the data and everything is working perfectly. So the next thing we do is we encode the categorical data. Now, why should we encode the categorical data? Is because in machine learning, when we are training our machine learning, we can't train this. This is the categorical data, and there is no how we can train the categorical data. So we have to make it a number. And also here, also the purchase is also in, probably we'll call it words. So categorical, it is also a categorical. So we have to make everything number. So this have to be a number, this have to be a number, this have to be a number, this also have to be a number. So everything have to be a number. So we are going to change everything to a number. That's what we are talking about. We are going to encode the categorical data. So we are going to encode the independent variable. So that is the first thing that we are going to do. So we have to encode the independent variable. So now what we are going to be doing, we are going to also use scikit-learn. So but it's going to be a different library that we are going to. So from scikit-learn, we are going to scikit-learn.compose. Scikit-learn.compose. From scikit-learn.compose. Then we are going to import column transformer. Transform. That is what we are going to use to transform it. Then we are also going to use from scikit-learn, we are going to import preprocessing from, if you can't type like me, probably you can also copy, but make sure you are careful so that there will not be error in what you are copying. So from scikit-learn, we are going to scikit-learn.preprocessing, preprocessing. So we are going to import, one hot encoder. One hot encoder. So this is what we are going to be using to change the category variable to the independent variable. We are going to change it from category variable to numbers, because without that we will not be able to do anything that we'll be able to do. So we are going to make this as city, so you can also abbreviate it to any number you want, which is the column transformer. So we are going to city is equal to, so we're having our column transformer here. So city is equal to, I always love to copy, column transformer, but be careful of the spelling. Column transformer, so we are going to put it in a bracket, column transformer. So we are going to have transformer equal to, then we're going to put it in this bracket, transformer equal to encoder. We are going to, but don't forget to use this because we want to encode. We want to encode the categorical variable. So we are having encoder, then we are having one hot encoder. So one hot encoder. So we are having the one hot encoder. So then after that we are having our 0, because that's where we want it to start from. So we're having 0 in here. Then don't forget to put a curly bracket. I think in between that should be, we are having this here, yeah, then we are having, because there is this, then we have to close it up here. No, we have to close it up here, then we have to close it up here, because we are having here, then we also have to close it up here. Then we are going to have remainder. Our remainder is passing through, so that is what we are going to make our remainder to be. Our remainder equal to passing through. Passing through. Don't worry, when you are tapping, if there is any error, you will know it will not run. And the Jupyter notebook will give you those errors that you are having there. So our passing through, so we are going to put it. So let's see if everything is correct. So we have one bracket opened here, transformer. No, we are removing this. Please remove this. So transformer equal to encoder. So we are having a bracket here. Then this is the one we close here. Then the one at the beginning is the one we are having here. And let's see if everything is correct. Then let's pass our S. Then S now equal to NP, because we want to make it in an NP. We want to make it in an array. So that's why we are using NumPy array. So we are making use of NumPy array. So NP array. So we are going to make our column transformer city dot fit. So because we are going to fit into our HSO fit transform. Fit transform city dot fit transform. So transform, because we are going to transform the data. So what are we transforming? We are transforming the X. That is what we are transforming. Let's run it. If there is a problem, if there's an error, we will surely know. Let's run it. Yeah, we can see the first one is true, everything is fine. The second one, everything is fine. But the third one, we have some error. So that means, what are the error? Column transformer dots, not that transformer. So which is 1, 2, 3. So we try to fix this up, and let's see what exactly is wrong here. So we have our city is got to column, is the column, yeah, column transformer, then we have our transformer at the bracket, our transformers, I think we have, so we are going to have our transformers. I think we need to put X here. Let's try it, and I believe that will be the problem. Transformer, then we have encoder, then we have one hot encoder, passing it to 0, then we have remainder is going to pass it through. Let's run it again and let's see. Oh, everything is okay. Color transformer to transformers, let's see. Transformers encoder. So we are going to fix it up. Transformer to encoder, and let's see if everything works perfectly. I think let me see if everything works here. Let me copy again. So let me see how everything differentiates. So this is transformers go to this, everything is correct here. One hot encoder, we're looking at it, then 00, remainder, let's go to passing through, pass through. So it should be a pass through. Then we can just remove this, not a passing through, it's just a pass through. Pardon? So let's run it now. Then we have the number 4, which is our S. No, it's not. This is my keyboard, so our S equal to MP array. So everything is final. Sharp. So everything is final. So let's print out our S. Print S. So and let's see what is there. Yeah. So we can see we have Spain. Let's come back here. We have Spain, we have France, Spain, and Germany. Remember the first one, the second one, the third one. So France, Spain, and Germany. So let's come to our encoder. So we have our France, we have our Spain, then we have our Germany. So because when you look at it, salary, let's come down to salary. You see 44, you see 27, you see 30. So let's come, you see 44, you see 27, you see 30. So this is France, this is Spain, this is Germany. So we have everything correctly now. Then we have to encode the dependent variable. As I've said, this is the dependent variable because it depends on the categorical variable. So because also is also categorical variable, so we have to also encode it. So if we are encoding it, so what are we going to use? We're also going to use a scikit-learn. So from scikit-learn, so we are going to import scikit-learn.preprocessing. First of all, scikit-learn.preprocessing, we are going to import label encoder because that is what we'll be using for. Okay, we're going to import label encoder. That is what we are going to be used. We are going to use for the dependent variable label encoder. So then we are going to make our label encoder early equal to, we are going to have L is equal to label encoder. We can easily copy it. We can just copy it. So since if it is wrong, we also fix it up. It's also part of learning. So label encoder, then we have, that is our LE, then we have to fit it. Our LE dot fit, our LE dot fit transform. Don't forget that we are going to fit transform the Y. The fit transform, our LE dot fit trans. So now I discover that should be X here. Otherwise, when we are running it, there will be an error. Though we always fix the error is part of learning. Fit transform. Then what are we transforming? We are transforming the Y variable, which is our dependent variable. So what are we having now? Then we pass our Y to be Y equal to LE dot fit transform. Fit transform Y. So that is because we have to pass the variable across the time. So let's run it and see how it goes. Let's wait and see. Everything worked perfectly. So let's print our Y. Print Y. And let's see if everything worked perfectly. Everything worked perfectly. So when come back, let's see it here. Is 0. This end will start from 0 and you just start from 1. So what does it mean is anyone that buys is 1, anyone that doesn't buy is 0. So 0 means no, 1 means yes, 0 means no, no, one is yes, yes, one is no, one is yes, one is no. So we want to see which of this country that bought the products. So we are going to be stopping here for now, and then the second part, which is going to be part 2. Already we are going to split the data set into training sets and test set. Don't forget that we have already split X into Y. So we are going to be making use of the splitting of our data set. So for the training set and the test set. So that is going to be the next video, which is going to be the part 2. Watch out for it. Then we are going to train our machine learning model for us to see which of the country bought the products, which of the country did not buy the product. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel